Hi, my name is Tim Hykes, and I would like to welcome back to those individuals who saw my other videos, and I would like to say hello to those people who are new to my video. So as you've seen, today I'm going to talk about design school. Might talk a little bit about how I got there, give a few tips and pointers about design school. As I've said in previous videos, I graduated last May, from the University of Missouri, St. Louis. It's not a design school, but they do have a graphic design major, aka they named it studio art, which most schools are naming their graphic design majors in all these new modern terms, such as studio art or graphic communications or something like that. They feel that, oh, this is, going to help us, or it's this better. They feel that that term better communicates what they're doing in that particular discipline. But anyway, a couple of tips about getting started and getting into design school. So you know that you're graduating, and you know that you want to do something in designally. You don't know if it's fashion design, anything like that. So definitely research and finding out what schools offer as far as design, versus going to a school that's all about design, or versus going to a college that has a major which is graphic design or something like that. That's something you definitely need to look into. Ultimately, no matter what I say to you, I'm going to say go with your gut feeling. Go with the place that you want to be at, because that's where you're going to have the most success. If you don't, you're going to regret that, oh, I should have went to Ringling College of Art and Design, or I should have went to some other college of art and design, or I should have went to this local college here. It's definitely something that you need to give thought to. Do you want to be out of state, in state? Do you want to be at a design school, or this school that has a major in design? Definitely think about that. And like I said, I'm going to say this again because I'm putting emphasis on this. When it all comes down to it, go with your gut feeling, because that's where you want to be, and that's where you're going to have the most success at. That's where you feel like you're going to do good at. So other than that, couple of things that you want to look at going to design school is definitely price, who's graduating from the school, what type of classes that they offer that you're going to be interested in. If you have like the slight interest in motion graphic, you don't know if you might do a career in motion graphics. So you definitely want to go and find out what type of classes they have that you could be interested in. I mean, they could have a illustrating for comic books that you might want to partake in, or they might have a graphic game design class, which might be pretty good. You might also be interested in web design. That's also, something to look into, that you might be able to take a class that can be added to your total calculated points for graduating. Me and my path, I started off as a community college. Graduating from a community college, I was able to get an associate first. If that's something that you want to do, if you want to stay local and still research, you can go to a community college that's accredited. Big thing, accredited by the National Design, whoever accreditates these design schools for doing what they do in design. You definitely want to look into that, and make sure that there's some type of accreditation there, basically meaning that they're accountable for what they're teaching in the arts. Basically, that's basically what accreditation says to me, that there's a certain standard, and they're going to make sure that every student who graduates meets or exceeds this standard in art. Couple other things to consider is price, but that's normal with any time you're looking at going into design school. You want to look in like who's graduating from that school, where these graduates are getting hired. Key thing, how many people are graduating. So if they had a total graduation class of like 100 people that graduated in graphic design, in this major they had 100 people to graduate. Out of that, only 5 of them were able to successfully land jobs their first year out of school. That to me, like, it's an issue. I definitely would like the number to be bigger, around like 49%, probably no less than like 30% of the graduates who graduate, land jobs, because that means what they're teaching, people love what they're teaching. It's useful and it's beneficial to the field as a whole. Some people might want to look into like big names. What type of big name graphic designers are out there who are a major or who came from that school? To me, that wasn't a big thing to me. I don't think having a big name graphic designer from your school, means much. What's important to me is when I graduate, I have a job, and I'm at least able to get a job, and the name of the school carries me along. You also want to think about do you know, what type of thought is put behind the school that's you're gonna, that you want to attend. So most schools are really heavily into, the fine art aspect, developing the craft, such as, you learn the drawing, and, you learn about the theory, and then you go into like graphic design theory and different things like that. A lot of schools are big into that. You have other schools that are big into thought, making sure that you have reasoning why you've done A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then like you need to look at the portfolios and find out what the students are producing. If you go to these different student portfolio reviews, you'll see like a lot of schools have like students who are making a lot of books. And if that's something that you're interested in, you're going to have other schools where, like mine, where the students were very diverse. They have very diverse portfolio, meaning they've done stuff they've done posters, they've done videos, motion graphics, they've done, big displays, small displays, they've done branding. If you want to do something like that, or you think that you need a very diverse portfolio, you're going to have others that are going to be focused on one different thing because they know exactly what they want to get into. Some might want to be web designers and know that's exactly what they want to do, so they only show web design in their portfolios. Some going to have motion design. They might want to just do motion only, so they show motion design in their portfolios. Definitely get out there, and you have to really dig into and find these different questions. And then finally, what type of scholarships that they're offering that's for you in your major. And then you want to make sure that whatever you're majoring in, the school of art, or that school is really big into that major. That makes a big difference. When I was at the community college, drawing was the thing. So I mean, all the individuals who were majoring in like some type of drawing aspect and the fine arts, I mean, they were bringing people in, they got a lot of attention, they always had stuff displayed, this, that, and other. Versus graphic design, it wasn't as big, so we didn't get that much attention. You want all the attention that you can get majoring in the field that you're majoring in, so you want to make sure that the graphic designers are getting that type of notoriety. So at UMSL, yeah, graphic design is the big major in the art field there. And so, we got a lot of attention, a lot of stuff was done for graphic design. Also, you want to look in like what type of extracurriculum activities that you can do outside of that the school offers for you, such as, do they have a student group, an AIGA student group, where they're going to be doing studio tours, or going to places that show you, what professionals are currently doing within the arts, or being able to bring in individuals that can give you more insight of what's going on in the field. So that's all I have to say about design school and what you should look for. I really think those are some very key aspects when you go to these schools. I mean, you need to be up in their face asking these questions, getting good answers, and make sure that it reflects what the research that you've found on it. And if you can definitely find somebody that graduated from that school, definitely get their insight. And also, it helps to talk to people who are currently working in the field. So I don't want to take any more of your time. I don't want this to be a long video, but these are just a few things that I wanted to talk about when it was concerning around going to design school. Maybe I might do a video later that talked about my process in going to school and what I think about 4-year institutions and 2-year institutions and their worth. But we'll see. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and I would definitely love to see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Maybe evening. Maybe morning. Who knows when you watch this video?